It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Bill Stadium in upstate New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. And we are underway in Buffalo. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 25 on second down, Allen, his throw incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. To throw, it's Allen rolling to his right. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Running left is Dillon. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal. Throwing is Rodgers. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Packers have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. McKenzie now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball. Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Credit Zadarius Smith, able to get through and make that tackle for a loss. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen going deep for Diggs. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. 6-0 our score after 1. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. It's A.J. Klein, the linebacker, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Flushed out right. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Allen now looks to throw. And Diggs has it. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now Allen off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. Touchdown! That's caught. Allen on target there to Stephon Diggs. And the Bills are an extra point away from taking the lead. A try here for the extra point. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Dances by at the 20. Got some room at the 30. 43 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Gave a glimpse of his quick feet, but not a whole lot of space down at the 30. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Dillon, they tried the left side with him, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. This is intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
Brandon, we spent time with this team before the game, and there was never any indication that they did not like their kicker.
Well, it shows right now that they didn't like their kicker. Why didn't they just put it through the goalpost and take the lead?
That is going to be the question that has to be answered. I don't know about you, but I'm skipping my flight. I'm going to the post-game press conference to find out what they were thinking.
Instead of playing conservative, they go through the air, and what a stunning turn of events. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
On play action, Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring.
Touchdown, Bills! Stephon Diggs, as the first half is winding down, and the Bills will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Bass, up and good, and the lead is up to 15 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Levi Wallace with a pick. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Throwing on second and long. Rodgers going for the deep ball. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It's a big play there for Green Bay.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run once more with Dillon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running right, here's Dillon. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The quick slant caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Rodgers finding Valdez-Scantling. And the Packers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
From the 31, Allen. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 6. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll try and run for this with Moss. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. On play action, Allen sliding out of the pocket. And his throw is incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
The 20, 10, and finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big gain there for the Bills. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They run here with Singletary, and that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Dillon, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Running the ball can be a struggle in this part of the field. In fact, it's a perfect spot for defenders to pin their ears back and try and work upfield, and they capture him for a loss.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Open on the left side, this is Valdez-Scantling. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Rodgers' throw taken in by Adams. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
He's going to let it fly. It got his man complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And yes, he's into the end zone, so they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Extra point try now for Crosby. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
I'm fairly sure that there's no good time to cough up the football, but this couldn't be